Good afternoon. Good morning, folks. This is Ron Acorn with SONARAY. We appreciate you joining us today. I'm going to turn it over to momentarily John Vidaurrazaga, who's our product sales manager for the western part of the U.S. And also online today, we have Justin McCloskey and Robert Seward. If you guys have any questions as we go, you can use the Q&A tab down there, and we'll be happy to answer questions as we go. So with that, I'll turn it over to John. Thank you.
All right, here we are. So, thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us. I hope this is the third in our series of mini webinars. Hopefully you're able to join us for one or both of those. And couple housekeeping things, just reiterate, if you have any questions, on the bottom of your screen, you should have a button that's Q&A. You can click that, send something in, and we'll look to answer your question during or at the end of the webinar, or if not, afterwards, we'll follow up. And so with that, let's jump to it. So our Obi Light Bar is probably one of our most application versatile fixtures, one of our most successful or best sellers. And part and parcel to all of that is that it really has a few aspects that are kind of common, as you may know, among a few of our different series. That is that they incorporate a degree of modularity, that they're robust, pretty rugged, as well as that our ability to customize and kind of work with them. And so I'll speak to that here as we move along. So first, each light bar by itself is a luminaire. So depending on the SKU that you get, we're looking at anywhere between 33 and 9,500 lumens. So the fixture can create a pretty decent punch, get quite a bit of light out there. It comes in standard of 2 or 4 foot lengths. That being said, and already speaking to a bit of that customization, we have done 3 foot as well as more recently 6 foot lengths. And actually those serve well as replacements for those 8 foot linear fluorescent lamps that you still find out there here and there. We have a general broadcast. So if you're looking for kind of your standard wide distribution, we got you there, as well as if we want to tighten it up a bit. So for example, if we're in a warehouse with some aisle lighting, we're washing some walls, we got you there. Speaking of washing, it has, and that ruggedness I was mentioning, we have a really high IP on this, 69K. So what that means is high pressure, high temperature wash down, right? To the extent that we've hosed this down with a pressure of 3000 PSI, and it was able to take the deluge. So if we're looking at applications like food processing or where there's some need of somewhat regular cleaning, we can handle that. As far as food processing, we do have an NSF rated version, which I'll get to here shortly. And mention the modularity. We'll show that in the next slide. Basically being able to bracket multiple bars together, effectively creating a linear high bay, really just a higher lumen package so that we're able to hit the mark, whatever it is in whichever application you're looking to do. We have also a DC version as well. So back to the customization, we've taken our DC Obi and actually paired it with a solar panel. And now we have several of those units set up down in Port of Virginia, down in Norfolk. So again, just showing you a little bit of the versatility there, right? So I mentioned the bracketing. At the bottom of the slide is where you see being able to pair 2, 3, up 5 units together. For some of you, that bracketry might actually look familiar. It's the same as what we used with our Matrix light bar. And so if we go back to my example of a warehouse with aisle lighting, you have the fixtures pointing straight down, but you want a little more or a lot more light on the skids. You can field adjust the orientation of those fixtures and really get the light where you want it. So for example, the forklift driver can look up and maybe see a little bit more easily what's on the skids. So speaking of, or moving on, I should say, to NSF, we have a unit that's a little bit different from our standard. So this is one of those that I have here with me. The difference there is the standard typically comes with a couple of grooves and a channel here. So it lends itself to some of those bracket options in the previous slide. The NSF doesn't have those channels or grooves, right? So what that does is eliminates any potential for water or dust collection as well as ease of cleaning, right? So to that end, we have this fixture, which we custom designed, specifically the bracketry in collaboration with a major poultry processing company. And you can see we were able to relight their facility going from their incumbent 400 watt to 90, good amount of savings, good amount of output. And the bracket, again, vertical, flat, so no collection, easy to clean, right? So if I can pair that poultry with some wine, here's another example of an installation we have from relatively recently with a winery, not too far from our office in Central Virginia. And you can see from the before and after right there on the left and right. In the right with the Obi, nice, clean, white light, just really, really smooth. I'm sure, just like that wine. I'll have to test that out sometime. Back to the customization, and this is a good reminder that this fixture is suitable for natatoriums. We had a request where our partner wanted some uplight so they could reflect down. With this fixture, this bracketry configuration, you can aim the light. Again, we can change the orientation of the light bars to get that distribution where we want it. And then one more sense of applications, both interior and exterior, is especially with the NSF rated version, but both have that really narrow, thin, slick, and sleek form factor. So kind of lending itself a bit of an architectural flair. You can do that on the left. We have some of the light bars in a university library, and then on the right, another institution of higher education lighting up their entry sign. So I'm going to go ahead, well, since I have it here, just plug this in for you folks to take a quick look. And please, again, feel free to throw some questions in the Q&A there, and we'll look at those here in a minute. So you can see, kind of we'll light up my poppy here, California poppy, just a nice, clean light, right? Okay, so take that off. Sorry about that. And then with that, I think I've seen a question or two pop up here. And so let's see, we got still a few minutes to go. All right, so Corey, thank you for the questions. Just put this back down. Wall bracket, yeah, yes. I guess we'd want to, short answer is yes, we can do that. I think we'd want to know more specifically so we could get you what you want. As far as the NEMA rating, that's a good question. And I actually don't know that off the top of my head. So I'll have to get back to you on that one. Another question I got here apart is about another application potentially being for car washes because of that high IP rating. So, and the answer there is yes. All right, so we got another question here from Joe. Can this be recessed? Yes, but you would need to have it inside, the structure would be needed to need to be designed such that the fixture could be slotted in there. I'm going to also pop that up there in case anybody has any questions that they think of after the fact. We can, please feel free to email us there, and one of us, Justin, Robert, myself, one of us will get back to you. All right. So we have a question about if this is suitable for barns. I guess that'd be referring to the resilience against like ammonia and other sorts of things like that. So yes, thanks, Frank. So again, another good question. I think I would consolidate, or rather confer with one of my colleagues, and I'll have to get back to you on that, Frank. All right. Vibration rating, another good question. Yeah, no problem, Frank. I don't think we've had this vibration tested. I'll have to maybe, yeah, I'll get back to you on that one as well. So to that end, as I mentioned in the beginning, we're recording these questions so we can follow up with you on that. Okay. Got a nice comment in the chat there about having done 3 projects with one contractor just using this fixture. So thank you for that. Hopefully get a few more in there. All right, folks. Well, I think we still have a few more minutes till it's 1:15. So thank you so much for joining us. I'll hang on here for a few more minutes. If you have to go though, thank you so much for your time. Please feel free to contact us with any more questions on this. Remember, in a couple more weeks, we'll be doing another mini webinar. So keep a lookout on your emails for the announcement on that. So you can go ahead and get registered there. And then beyond that, have a great day, stay safe, and we'll chat with you folks soon. All right, thanks again, everyone. It's quarter after the hour. So as a reminder, this was recorded, so we'll be sending a link out to that recording in the next little bit. And especially for those folks that called in, you'll be able to get a little bit more of a visual of what we're talking about. Thanks again. Thanks for your time. And hopefully we'll see everyone soon. Stay safe.